my boy right here. Trying to get you, bro.
Hey, your car blowing up, man? You driving them leaky shits.
That's Djinji, owner, operator, SolBox Fitness Club in Miami.
I smell gas.
No, it's me, man, because I was switching across the gas
hey,
station.
man, woo!
Oh, man, it's just
The
bad.
fumes is killing. Yeah, it's bad, B.
Djinji,
Y'all forget y'all.
if you had one tip for Conor before Saturday, what would it be?
It's too late to learn how to box like Floyd, so just do what you do and have a good time. You're gonna make money. Don't talk shit.
Just
late for
technical,
that.
a little tip, man.
Nah, ain't no technical tip that you're gonna be able to employ at this stage in the game. Whatever his trainer's taught him is what he's gonna do. There's nothing you could do at this point, but just do what you do.
Do you think if he would have came to SolBox Fitness Club for 6 weeks, you would have showed him a little something?
No. What am I gonna show him that the money he has can't hire coaches, no boxing to show him? I'm a realist, bro. I don't blow my shit up, man. I ain't got no egos with this shit. I train people, man. I don't train superstars.
But you going for Conor on this fight?
Look, man, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna explain something or share something that I think is really beautiful. We're all caught up in the hype of Conor McGregor. Last weekend, Real Boxing Head saw Terrence Crawford unify the belt at 140. Now, as important as what he did is also something really great no one talks about, his camp. He's got a team. He takes in the corner 2 different trainers with him. They've got no egos, they work together. They play the back. They're not out to be star trainers, they built a star boxer. I think that is incredible. A lot of trainers out there these days want to be the star because they know it's a lot of money if they get noticed and they make a champ, other fighters will come to them. It's kind of like producers back in the days of hip hop where everybody wanted to be a production star and then the rapper was second. You got a lot of trainers who want to be the most important and think that the fighter's second. Nah, man, the fighter's first. The fighters come first. Now, the trainer is like a good director. He's like a Martin Scorsese or a Spike Lee. But the person in the movie, man, has to be drawn to it. You know what I mean? So, to bring it to that next point, you've got another match that is also being eclipsed by this spectacle. Canelo GGG. Now, for the last 2 years, everybody's been crying, calling Canelo a cherry picker, calling everybody this because the fight didn't happen when they wanted it. Now it's happening, but because of the marketing brilliance of Floyd Mayweather, it has eclipsed the conversation on the internet. It's become a secondary conversation. Crawford's become a tertiary conversation, and the primary conversation is who's gonna win, Conor McGregor or Floyd. The craziest shit in the planet to me is that knowing the particulars of boxing, and any man who has dedicated 30 years of his life to competition, that's 3 decades, we're gonna now give MMA the upper hand because it does more shit, which is cool, but in the context of jazz, a rock guitarist might get lost playing with Herbie Hancock. Doesn't mean that either one is better or the next, it's different context. It's a completely different context. Bringing them both together because they both know where middle C is on the keyboard is one thing, but it's entertainment. And a lot of the boxing world is upset that even the notion that someone who's been in the fight game for 4 years, that MMA is such a superior fighting thing that in 4 years, he has a chance at beating someone who's been doing this competitively since he's 10 and probably trained since he was 3. So I'm gonna leave it at this. I'm gonna quote Bruce Lee, who is the grandfather of this whole MMA shit. And if you saw Enter the Dragon, you know what I'm talking about. And if you read his books, you know what I'm talking about. He said, I fear the man that practices one kick 10,000 times more than the man that practices 10,000 kicks once.
Yeah.
Put it together for yourself and make up your mind what you want to do with that.
That's SolBox Fitness Club.
Bruce Lee said it. I'm just quoting him.
Djinji.